Hi, I'm Marian. Welcome to Thrive Gluten Free, where I'm all about showing you how easy it is to cook simple and delicious gluten-free meals. Today I'm going to share my secrets with how to cook quinoa and make it actually taste amazing. I love quinoa, I use it regularly. However, I have clients and friends who've come to me and said that they try to make it and it just never comes out right, which inspired me to make this video for you today. Quinoa is a popular gluten-free grain, which actually isn't a grain at all, it's actually a seed, but we eat it like a grain, so it's a pseudo grain. It is packed full of nutrition, which is why it's so popular. It's a complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids, just like eggs do. It's anti-inflammatory. We're always trying to reduce inflammation. It's full of antioxidants. It's rich in B vitamins, especially B2 and folate. And it's also a good source of magnesium, which most of us are deficient in, so the more foods we can get with magnesium, the better. Alright, so my first secret to cooking quinoa is to add 1/2 to 3/4 cup more water than the directions say. Normally the directions say a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 cups water to 1 cup quinoa. However, I find that it never comes out right. It's always undercooked. So I add an extra 1/2 to 3/4 cup water. One. 2, and we'll do a 1/2. All right, and so we get the water and we're going to turn it on high because we want to bring the water to a boil before we add the quinoa in. I like to buy quinoa at the bulk section of my local health food store. If you don't have one in your area, or you just don't really like to go shopping, you can always buy them from Amazon and get a huge bag like this. Either way, it's more cost effective than buying one of those little bags off of the shelf. To rinse quinoa, you need to rinse it. You need a mesh strainer. And I rinse quinoa because it is covered in an outer layer of what are called saponins. And it's an incredibly bitter coating. And while what we buy here in America is already rinsed, I find that it's not rinsed well enough for my taste. I find that an extra rinse really goes a long way in flavor. I've measured this out. I've used it, as you know, I cooked this many times. So this is actually 1 cup. So I'm just going to take my quinoa, I'm going to fill it up so that it's level, and then I'm going to rinse it. So you're going to want to do that for at least a minute. And then we'll just kind of shake it out. All right. To give it a good shake, we're going to grab a spoon. And our water's already boiling, so we're just going to pour it in there. Get as much out as you can. If you don't get all of it, it's okay. That's good enough. So just put this in the sink. We're going to turn the heat down to about a medium-low, just like you would for rice, because it's still boiling. And then you're going to leave a little extra. You're going to vent, otherwise it'll boil over just like pasta does. Now, I like to let this cook for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll check it. And if there's just a little bit of water left at the bottom, then I turn off the heat, move it, cover it, and let it sit and finish absorbing the water. I started doing this because I have 2 kids, and I get distracted while cooking, and sometimes I would forget that dinner was still going, and I burned my fair share pots of quinoa. So I learned to leave just a little bit of water, move it, and then I can kind of do what I need to do with the kids, come back, and dinner's ready. So we're just going to let that cook, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's done. So it's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to come over and just kind of check, and looks like all the water has been absorbed. So we're going to turn off the heat, move it over to a cold surface. Then we're just going to use a fork and we're going to fluff it. Just kind of stick it in, move it around, not too much. All right, and now it is ready for you to do with whatever you want to. I love to use it as a rice replacement for like Asian dishes. You can make it into a salad. You can add it to soup. You can chill it and use it for breakfast in the morning. Mix it with some fruit, even with some yogurt and nuts. Make a really nice hearty cereal instead of oatmeal. It's really versatile, and you can pretty much do anything with it that you would normally do with pasta or rice or any other grain. I do prefer to use sesame oil versus the olive oil, and that is because olive oil is already a little bit on the bitter side and quinoa is on the bitter side, and when they're together, it just becomes quite a little bit more bitter. Sesame seed oil, however, is a little bit more nutty and brings out the nutty flavor in the quinoa, and I just find that it complements it really well. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you have, you can head over to my website, which the link is below, and there's so many more recipes over there. And you can also check out my Facebook page, get positive inspiration, and find out about recipes, new recipes, and all of that as well. Thank you so much for watching today.